What's good, people? What's good? I.O.B.A. I'm TC. I.O.B.A. Institute of Black Awareness. My little DBA that I do my work under. So, I'm looking at the Huffington Post today, right? And I see Donald Trump is about to add some more countries to that travel ban, and 4 of them are African countries. 4 of them, and one of them is a Southeast Asian country, and one of them is Middle Eastern, and the other one is a little country is over by Russia called Belarus. Now, the thing is, I'm going to read the list of African countries. You got Nigeria, Sudan, Tanzania, and Eritrea. Those 4. Now, my thing is, they got Nigeria on that motherfucking list. A travel ban with Nigeria? You know how many motherfucking Nigerians live in the United States making a lot of fucking money? Chilling out, thinking that they middle-class Americans? Talking that shit? One of them said some shit to my daughter the other day. No, I am African-American. You are just American. I am an African who has citizenship in America. Well, fuck you. Here's what your citizenship means. What your citizenship means in the land of these crackers. Put Nigeria on the motherfucking travel ban list. National security. That's the reason they gave. So I'm checking that shit out, and that's what ADOS been trying to tell y'all. You know what I mean? Without our support, without us all pulling together and supporting each other as one giant voting block, you know, we could do well. We could protect y'all. We could throw our support behind y'all. We could elect people that would, you know, come into office and overturn that travel ban and shit like that. We could do things of that nature. But we too motherfucking fractured. I mean, fractured in the sense that, this is my take on it, right? Fractured in the sense that you got Caribbean black people living in this country who don't get along with the Africans who have migrated to this country. And none of them get along with the ADOS people that live in this country. So we all split up that way. And then among us, there are other divisions. You got people who follow Tariq Nasheed, people who follow Professor Black Truth and Jason Black. You got people who follow, you know, Umar Johnson. And those and Michi X and who the fuck ever else, these people are all fighting among each other. So for money, some of them fighting over money and market share, really. You know what, I'm betting all of them really at the end of the day, when they start trying to sell you a lot of shit, you know, then you know that when they get in a beef with somebody and they start fighting back and forth, someone has to do it, you know, cutting into each other's market share. Because everybody makes a lot of sense most of the time to me. I get information from whoever I turn on, whoever podcast I turn on, whoever YouTube channel I turn on. I always get something out of it. All of them, man, from Umar Johnson, Boyce Watkins, Professor Black Truth, Brother Polite, Professor Larry, I like him. You know, Shinetta TV, a lot of them I listen to, and I always come away with something. Umar Johnson. But when I want some real knowledge and some real motherfucking truth spit at me, I go and I dig up Dr. John Henry Clark or Ben Yakinen. I like Claude Anderson too. But I don't agree 100% with anybody, which is only normal. I don't agree 10% with my wife, but we managed to stay together. Because we're not arguing and beefing in the street. You know what I mean? If we have a disagreement, we agree to disagree, but we don't take our eye off the big picture. And in this case, the big picture, is black empowerment. I feel like this travel ban of these 4 African countries, I feel like that's white America telling y'all what they really think. Y'all just niggas who have an accent. We already know what they think about us. Look at this fucking election. They're willing to take a chance on the country getting sunk all together rather than talk to ADOS people and offer us something tangible. You know what would be tangible in my view? A goddamn woke black woman on the Supreme Court. How about that? How about Bernie Sanders come to black people and say, if y'all throw y'all support behind me and I win the presidency of the United States, I will give y'all a woke black woman on the United States Supreme Court. A young one, too. About 50 years old, so she can be there a long time. But she got to be woke. She can't be like Clarence fucking Thomas. Promise us something like that. To me, that's a tangible. To me, that's a tangible. I'm going to say it again. If Bernie Sanders, right, wants the black vote, without having to say he'll do reparations, then say something else. Say you'll give us a goddamn Supreme Court. The next person you put on the Supreme Court will be a black woman. Say that. And mean that shit. That's something Barack Obama couldn't even fucking do. I bet you that'd unify black people. Because check this. When we seriously unify, we get shit done. We seriously unified and got rid of Kamala Harris monkey ass, didn't we? They talked that shit about Amy Klobuchar? No, not Klobuchar. Tulsi Gabbard was the one that sunk Kamala Harris. No, we did that shit. Out the fucking gate. Because we all put our energy together and we was all on the same page for a few minutes. Can we agree on a few things? Can we agree that it's wrong for Bill Cosby to be in jail and Harvey Weinstein and Matt Lauer and Kevin Spacey and all of them to not be? Can we agree that that's fucked up? Yes, we agree with that. We agree that we, as black people in the United States, agreed that Kamala Harris was not our candidate and not our fucking friend. And we got rid of her. We agreed on that. And we all got on code and got rid of her fucking ass, and she out of the campaign. What else can we can agree on some shit when we want to. And when we do, shit happens. But when we fighting and we always beefing and we always trying to expose each other and we always trying to pull each other's motherfucking card over some bullshit that was said one way or other, or somebody misinterpreted something somebody else said one way or the other. Then you start clowning back and forth. That shit is the biggest turn off to me ever. When I hear Tariq Nasheed is mad at Michi X mad at this one, and this one mad at that one, and this one, and I'm telling myself, man, fuck all that. That's that goddamn childish shit. That's y'all must be losing money or something behind that shit. Y'all ain't really down for the movement when you start getting too worked up when somebody says something about you and your views drop. You know? But like I said, I get something from all of them. I don't buy any fucking t-shirts. I ain't going to any conferences or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do any of that. I'm too old for that. All of the information they putting out there, most of it I already know. Well, I'm not doing that, but I will listen to the videos. I will click that like button when I hear something I like. But all of that beefing, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Take Michi X, for example. I like when she talk about what really goes on in United States prison system. I like that. I like people who fight and advocate for the least advantaged people in the motherfucking community. I really like that. I really do. Because I know how easy it is and how easy it was for people to get caught up in that fucking criminal justice system and not be able to get back out. You tarnished for fucking life. Somebody got to advocate for these folks. And when you start calling them all, they all hood rats, they all dusty dude, they all this, they all that, that's the majority of how most people in this kind of economy for black people have to live. I mean, and most of them working 2 jobs sometimes and can't get out of the goddamn cycle of poverty in this country. You think white people doing bad when they talk about most people can't afford a $500 emergency? They're talking about most white people. How the fuck? Most black people can't afford a $200 emergency, and you want them to buy motherfucking CDs and T-shirts and go to conferences and shit? No, ain't gonna happen. You know? I mean, I just wonder sometimes who the fuck is Tariq talking to when he telling people to buy this, that? Who the fuck is Boyce Watkins talking to? You got to listen to what Antonio Moore said. I'm working in the school district. I worked in the school district in the north and in the south. Most of these people is struggling from motherfucking paycheck to paycheck. You understand what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times they driving with no car insurance. They just fucking drive it because they got to get to that fucking job. You know? Most people are struggling. You know, what did it say? The other statistic I heard. 50% of the people that work make less than $30,000 a year. How you think that shit shake out for black people? The average black family is worth $1,700. The average white family is worth $100,000. Over $100,000. Some crazy ass number like that. That's a real statistic because I know. So that is what I hear when I hear Tone Talks. That's real. That's honest. I see that. I can put my hands on that. Telling me to buy fucking tickets and buy goddamn T-shirts and buy shit that I don't need with money I don't have ain't serving the fucking purpose. The only presidential candidate that's trying to change any of this in any way is Bernie Sanders. I say one more time before I go. If Bernie Sanders wants that black vote, come at us with the promise of a black woman, a woke black woman on the United States Supreme Court. That's something you can fucking do. TC. And I'm out.